Hi, and welcome to another edition of MSU Inside Out, and happy draft day to all of you NFL fans, and happy draft day to you. We're your hosts. I'm Derek.
And I'm Jamie. Thank you for the happy draft day. I know a lot of people will be tuning into that after the show here. And we got a great show coming up today. A lot going on around campus with the graduation coming up.
Graduation coming up, and Kyle, I think we have a little bit more happening around here just before then.
Yes, it's actually probably more exciting than the draft, and it's local, so you can actually go to it.
Bite your tongue.
The powwow, so let's get going here. The Minot State University Dome will come alive with tradition, color, and movement for the 24th Annual Native American Spring Honor Dance. The event kicks off this Friday at 10 a.m. and goes until Saturday. Both days feature performances, dance competitions, and the sale of Native American arts, crafts, and food. The event is $2, ages 12 to 55. Seniors and MSU students are free with ID. For more information, you can contact Annette Menon at 701-858-3365. Students run the campus during the day, but at night a new crowd takes over. Jamie Council sheds light on the story.
When the lights are going out for most people on campus, the night is just starting for the MSU security night shift. From midnight to 6 a.m., the security team constantly patrols and monitors campus activity.
Well, we protect the campus. We go around, we lock up buildings, make sure the lights turned off, make sure no one's in the buildings that shouldn't be in there, and then we go and check like the dorms to make sure nothing's okay and like nothing's wrong in there. And then we watch cameras. We constantly watch cameras, so we know what's going on in the campus all the time.
Locking doors and watching cameras are their main job, but sometimes the security team has to deal with unruly students.
There's always those students that decide to go out and come back and make loud noise and just be a bit stupid, so we just kind of make sure they get back to their rooms and don't disturb many people at all, and it's just stuff like that really. It's quite low-key.
Zoe may be a security guard by night, but she is just a regular college student by day. The balance between work and a social life presents many challenges.
Probably one of the hardest parts is if someone gets in trouble and you have to go check it out and then you realise it's one of like your friends or someone that you know. I think that's definitely the hardest because it's your friend and you're like, oh, it's part of my job, I have to write you up for a violation or stuff like that, and you hate doing it to your friend, but so usually they know it's your job and it's something that you have to do, so they are quite good about that, but it's one of those situations that no one likes being put in it.
Not much thought is given to the campus after hours, but it is well taken care of. Reporting from Minot State, I'm Jamie Council.
The security headquarters are located in plant services and have 24-hour surveillance of the campus. So it's they're pretty night owls. They're always out at night. They seem to be security.
Yeah, usually night owls is a bad thing, but in this case, it's a good thing. But a lot of students are up all night anyways, working on a school paper, perhaps. So here with me is Michelle Holman, Michelle Walling, soon to be. Michelle Walling, the editor for the Red and Green, which is the school newspaper. Thanks for joining me, Michelle.
Oh, no problem. And just to let you know, it is Michelle Holman now officially, so.
It is Michelle
Yes.
Holman, okay. Well, congratulations to Michelle, newly married. I wasn't sure on the exact date. I don't get to see you. Former RA of mine too, but yeah, wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can I see the ring?
Oh, yes, of course.
Can we get a close-up on that ring? Get a close-up on that? But anyways, today was actually the last day for the school paper. Yeah, look at that ring there. Okay, but back to the school paper here. The Red and Green. Yeah, like I said, today was the last issue. How do you feel the year went for the Red and Green?
I think it was very, very lucrative, both in experience and with what we produced. And I felt like we just had such a solid year, and it just got better and better as it went on. We focused on trying to make it more bold and trying to really capture the spirit of the school campus and its students. So with our student spotlights and our features, I feel like we did a great job with that.
Yeah, and then also I know that you have quite a few different writers, which really helps capture the spirit of the campus, like you said.
For example, you.
Yeah, for example, I'm all over the place. But so how many people do you have on the staff to produce the paper here?
It varies from semester to semester, but from this year, we probably had about a dozen solid writers and a few photographers. And some of them specialized in columns and others specialized in sports articles and features. And also we had a very wide variety of people come to us and write for us.
So that's kind of nice. You don't even have to recruit anybody.
Very much.
So that makes your job a little bit easier. But can you
Yes.
kind of tell me about the process? I mean, how does it go from, you know, the writer's minds, if you would say, to the paper?
Well, we start off by conversing between the advisor, Frank McCahill, and myself, the editor, and our assistant editor, Zach Demers. We would talk about what articles we could touch on, whether it be for pictures or writing, and then we would put it up on the bulletin board, and we would have the writers and photographers have free range over what kinds of assignments they choose.
Wow, that sounds like a really interesting process and a great paper, great job this year.
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you so much for joining me.
Anytime.
Okay, we still got a lot of great things coming up on the show today. We have interviews. We're going to be talking to a former volleyball player and a little bit talk about for Alex Perrone, a fundraiser coming up with her. And we have a new person sitting in the sports seat. We're going to be covering some track and football. And then I think spring is finally here, but we'll have to just find out.
It looks like these snow piles are doomed as spring weather finally shows its face in North Dakota. We'll have the full weather forecast coming at you right after the break.
We're back on MSU Inside Out. Still a lot of great things left in the show here, right, Derek?
We'll hear a ton about sports. It is the NFL draft day. I'm very excited about that. But actually, right now, over at the Bat Cave, our very own Thomas Salary is with two former student athletes about ready to graduate from MSU. Thomas, take it away.
Thank you, Derek. I'm here with two MSU athletics, Sherry Houston, LaRon Peoples. I want to thank y'all for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. So, you both are on the way to graduating. It's been a long, long journey since being little. Finally graduating college, which is everybody's dream. Can you tell me a little bit about what contributed you coming here to Minot State University and how it's feel to finally be able to graduate?
I chose to come to Minot State because I knew they had a very good education program and I just had 1 year of school left, so I just wanted to finish out fast.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mr. Peoples? Can you tell me a little bit about what contributed you to coming here?
Well, obviously I played football, but coming from Botno, I think it would have been an easier transition coming to Minot instead of trying to find another school somewhere out of state. I think it was a good place for me to come.
All right, thank you, thank you. So, you've been here for Minot State. You've had a good year. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the good experiences you've had here and some of the things you've learned?
Well, being a student athlete at Minot helps a lot because you build a lot of good relationships, and the teachers here are great and they always help you, and the coaches and faculty are just all around amazing.
Okay, you've been here for 3 years, and can you tell me how has it been being able to play football at a collegiate level here for Minot State for these last couple of years?
It's been fun, definitely a good experience. You know, you meet so many cool people, just connections that you'll have for a lifetime. You know, it's just something you can never get back.
Can you tell me what was the highlight of your collegiate career playing here?
Highlight would probably be going to Montana to play Montana State and just competing on a level like that. It's pretty fun.
Okay, now graduation's in about 2 weeks. Can you tell me what are you going to do right after you graduate, the first thing?
I don't know. Eat a lot of cake. I don't know.
What about you?
We're celebrating. Me and my family coming from a long way. You know, it's been a long time coming, so we're going to have fun, you know. Welcome to the real world now.
All right. I want to say congratulations on both of you. I know your families are very proud of you, and I want to thank y'all for coming on the show today. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Hey, thanks, Thomas. And joining me now is sophomore here at Minot State University, Matthew Maldonado. Sorry about that. I tried to get that straight before the show. He's a co-coordinator with an event coming up here, Bump, Set, Spike Against Cancer. It's a fundraiser for an MSU freshman, Alex Perrone, volleyball player diagnosed with 2 types of cancers. Thanks for joining us here, Matthew.
Oh yeah, not a problem.
Now, this event on May 1st, Alex is a freshman volleyball player, was diagnosed with cancer, and you guys are just looking to help her out?
Yes, we're trying to look at how we learned throughout the year as how to deal with public relations. And what happened is our teacher gave us the kind of incentive to go out and do a project, and we decided to do this for her. And we decided it'd be a nice way that we could use everything we've learned over the year so far and kind of apply it to that.
So this is all for a class, correct?
Yes, it's all for a class, but the moral behind it is that we're actually trying to help her out. So
now, have you ever met Alex?
Personally, I have not met her, but there are people in the class that have met her and are really good friends of her. And so that kind of brought up the idea as why we should do that.
Now that's pretty interesting. Some strangers, some colleagues of hers, kind of coming together and doing something nice for her. Can you tell us a little bit more about the event happening on May 1st?
Okay, well, the event takes place at 6 and goes till 9. And the event includes a ton of games such as root beer pong and a whole bunch of different like obstacle courses. It's a really different experience, but everyone on campus is invited to join us, and $5 admission to get in, and it's all the money that we make from that night is going to go towards her.
Now, you said it's $5 admission. Do you have to buy a ticket beforehand, or is that just at the door?
I think it's at the door. We planned it for at the door, and I think we kept it that way. So
you also denoted root beer pong, not to be confused with actual beer pong at the Minot State University dorm.
Yes.
They frown upon that here on this campus, I suppose. Now, about this class, you guys just kind of culminate and just, many classes have tests to end the semester. You guys get to do an event?
Yeah, it's surprised me too, actually. But it's actually a neat way, I think, because she's not helping us at all with this project. It's all of us students putting it together. She's just sitting back watching us see how we learned and see how well we apply it.
And by she, you mean Audra Meyerchin, right?
Yes, that's correct.
PR professor here at Minot State University. But you aren't necessarily in PR, you're a multimedia studies major.
Yes.
How does this tie in with your studies?
I think when I'm multimedia studies, I want to go into film eventually. And so to get the multimedia studies part down, it's really important. But another big part of it is to deal with people. And I think this is a great way for me to get used to the more idea of dealing with lots of people and speaking to them. And it's actually helped me. I really enjoyed the class.
It'll certainly help you put together a nice resume for any kind of job you're looking for. What kind of work goes into putting together something like this?
Well, we divided our class into 3 subjects. One was the advertising, one was in charge of games, and one was in charge of like the overall promoting and the making sure we get the food and everything like that in order. But as for me, I'm part in the advertising part of it, so I'm trying to advertise and promote it and make sure everybody knows.
And that's why you're here on this show.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you very much. That's Bump, Set, Spike, May 1st, starting 6, going till 9, $5 at the door at the MSU Dome. Now, speaking of, she was a volleyball player. We have more sports going on around the region, don't we, Mariah?
We do have more sports. In fact, we have it going around right in our town and around surrounding areas. With the state track meet right around the corner, many North Dakota teams are lacking chances to get outside and compete. Tonight, Chris Price shows us how one team hurdles that challenge.
Tough weather and a revival of an old co-op are just a couple things 2013 is bringing the Deluxe Burlington Lakers. DLB is joining forces with Berthold for the first time since 2005. Adding new talent to the mix is just one benefit of collaborating.
There's one good thing about having a co-op. It's competition, and I really like that. It makes our kids work harder, and it makes their athletes work harder. So it's a good thing for both of us.
Even with the extra skill sets, there is one obstacle the team cannot overcome: the snow. Athletes are restricted to practicing inside until the weather cooperates.
It's been a tough year. It really has been. Kids are starting to get frustrated. Coaches are getting frustrated. But we're going to make the best of it and see what we can do here in the next couple of weeks.
Working inside can only go so far for the Lakers. When nicer weather shows up, they capitalize and practice outside on their relays.
We're going to be able to have a 4x1, 4x2, 4x4. We can have those. It's going to be fun having those relays full of talent, and it's just going to be fun that way.
Right here is where the Lakers would be practicing long and triple jump, but even with all this snow, they are still hopeful.
I think we have a pretty good shot at qualifying by time this year. We should be pretty good.
Coaches, athletes, and parents are all hoping for better weather so good things can happen for their seniors. For MSU Inside Out, I'm Chris Price.
The Lakers will be competing at their first outdoor meet this weekend. Spring baseball in the Dakotas has always been interesting due to the unpredictable weather. Kyle Patterson has a story about a Minot High baseball player that's adjusting to Minot and the weather it comes with.
Slow start this year. Coach Pete Stenberg says it's been difficult not to get a game under their belt, but they have been busy throughout the season.
We're trying to change up our schedule a little bit. We're doing some weightlifting activities twice a week, doing batting cage practice. We're able to get up here in the Minot State University Dome, probably 4 times out of the 5 during the week.
There is one team member that has additional difficulty adjusting to the weather.
Let's not play baseball.
Junior pitcher Dimitri Zafra recently moved to Minot from Naples, Florida with his parents for the motel business boom in the area. The length of the baseball season is one difference that he noticed.
Florida, I played about 10 to 11 months and I got a month off. That was the start of school to get situated and everything.
That won't stop him from playing at his best.
Way to keep it low, baby.
Well, Dimitri comes in and he's going to throw strikes. We haven't seen him against live hitting yet. We've done some stuff in the cage, but he's throwing 84 to 86, keeps the ball down, and he changes speeds very well. His changeup is about almost 18 miles an hour different compared to his fastball, and that's a pretty tough pitch to hit when you're throwing a fastball at 86 miles an hour.
From his old high school in Palmetto Ridge in Florida to now in Minot High, Dimitri enjoys the weather and also the baseball program.
A nice pitch, ground. I found it no big deal. I actually like the cold weather better because the hot, I get tired faster, and up here my stamina is going to stay a lot longer. I like the Minot program a lot better because I like the players. They're really good. I like them. They have good team chemistry. Just better high school.
With a good foot of snow on Corbett Field yet, where the Magicians play their home games, they don't expect their first game until the end of April. That doesn't stop Dimitri ready to prove his critics wrong.
I've been getting a lot of critics up here about me not doing really well up here because of the weather, and I really want to kind of prove the other schools that I'm going to be a big threat this year, and I'm going to help them win a state championship.
He has one team he's looking forward to play against.
Century. I heard they're the top in our region, and I want to get at them.
There's some advice that he once got that's going to help him with the transition.
Never stop until you reach the end, and there's no end.
Hopefully in a few weeks, Dimitri and the Minot Magicians can start playing some baseball. For MSU Inside Out, I'm Kyle Patterson.
Dimitri is currently talking to the University of North Dakota and a college in Virginia to play baseball after high school. Well, outside of Minot State University, we also have sports going on for Minot State University. In fact, our host, Jamie Council, has more on spring football for Minot State. Jamie, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Maya. Well, the football team is almost done with their spring season. It's as they move into Division II, it's kind of prompted them to up their game, both on the turf and in the classroom.
Well, we get 15 practices, so I mean we try to get as much done as we possibly can.
We get here, weights start at 6:30. We do active warm-up, and then during the season we split into defense and offensive groups, and one group will go in and do core lifts and auxiliary lifts, and then the other group will come out and do run plays and then do abs and stretching.
Up at 6 a.m. and we get to work, and our whole goal is obviously to make ourselves a better athlete, and part of that is through strength training and different plyometrics and agilities and things of that nature that we do 3 times a week.
Well, we're looking in the off season right now. We're just trying to get stronger. trying to get ready for next season. We're looking really good. Looking to get stronger, faster. Our young guys are really progressing really well.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad once you get here. It's just the whole battle's waking up in the morning for it. But we're all just trying to get stronger, get faster. By working out on the gym floor, we get smarter, learning plays.
And the offense is putting in a bunch of new personnel packages. You know, get different plays out of it, different looks.
Well, the whole idea of the program obviously is to make sure that we're as well tuned as we can, both football-wise and academically, and that's what we think we need to do in order to accomplish those. What exactly are study tables? Well, they have to put in 5 hours a week in the library. They got to check in with one of the players, and they've got to work on something that they do in class. Obviously, they're there from between 8 and 6 every day, and they got to, like I said, they got to check in and go to work.
Well, the coaches make us come in five hours a week, and pretty much we just sign in. We have homework, or I need to study for a test, do it in here, and it just keeps everybody organized and make sure they're actually doing their schoolwork.
Theoretically, if we get drop here, you with me? Well, in the meetings is really kind of a classroom structure of what we're going to implement, both offensively, defensively, and then the kicking game. So we put it in the classroom, teach it on the whiteboard, if you will, and show it to them on video, and we try to touch as many senses or as we possibly can before we go out on the field and ask them to execute it.
You see the younger kids that didn't take reps last year and stuff, or weren't really involved in the schemes and things. You see them take it from the classroom and bring it out here onto the field and start becoming part of the team, and it's a cool thing to watch.
I think we're definitely an improved squad from last year. We return a lot of leadership on the defensive side, and then offense, we have a lot of skill guys coming back. And
we've been working on a lot of mental stuff and getting the younger guys prepared to play next fall. The guys that redshirted and stuff this year.
We haven't even got to next season yet. We're still working on practice 12 today, and then 13, 14, and 15, and then when we finish those, we'll start thinking about next season.
3-1 on me! 3-1 right here!
This Saturday, actually, with the scrimmage, offense versus defense. The scrimmage is at 9 at Herb Parker Stadium, and there's a breakfast tailgating, if you will, at 8:30. So it's going to be a little cool, but hopefully warmer weather than we've been seeing, right, Derek?
Well, I have no idea. Hopefully we'll eventually start to see spring. Right,
actually, there's green grass growing right now outside. There's patches in the snow melted. Looks like we're going to have a really good weekend for not only spring football, but for those baseball players that are itching to get out on the field. Let's go ahead and take it the weather forecast thing real quick here. Right now, we're looking at 43 degrees. Feels like 37. Wind east of 10 miles an hour. We're looking at a good 14 hours of daylight, actually, which is a huge step up. That's going to be really nice for us. We could see there is a flood warning though across the whole entire state with warmer temperatures coming this weekend. We may see some flood starting to intensify, but let's take a look at these Friday temps. Things are warming up, like I said. We may see the 60s. It's going to be maybe 63 in Minot. The high temperature for the weekend is going to be 69 over in Williston, but all in all, a very good Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at Friday night temperatures. We're going to stay above freezing, so that's a huge plus. 45 in Williston, 42 in Minot. Let's go ahead and take a look at what everybody's been wanting to see. The Saturday temp, Williston 73, Dickinson 73. It's going to be the best day of our spring. If you're itching to get the barbecue stuff out, if you're itching to just go outside and do something, Saturday is going to be your day. So like I said, spring football, maybe some spring baseball. Let's go ahead into Saturday night. We're staying above freezing as well, so staying above freezing, so we may not see that continuation of thawing and freezing like we've been seeing. Going into Sunday, we're going to have another nice day over in the east, but it's going to be pretty windy in the west. We may see some gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Going into Sunday night, we may have some people traveling home on Sunday night. It's going to be another fair night, staying above freezing, so that's good. And let's go ahead and take a look at the extended forecast. Monday, we may see some showers. We may see some sleet. but 60 degrees. Tuesday, we may see some showers and sleet as well. But Wednesday, the sun's going to pop back out, and we're going to have a high of 50. So it looks like we're going to have a very nice weekend ahead of us. Maybe some showers and stuff on Monday and Tuesday, but all in all, a very good weekend.
A high of 50?
Yeah.
Last year we were at 87 degrees at this
Derek,
time.
let's stay positive here.
Yep, and like I said,
Wow, it's better than 35.
It's better than 35.
And the football team practiced at 6 a.m. this morning, so it sure is going to be a lot warmer than that.
It sure will be. Sure will be.
All right, thanks, Juan.
Thanks, Juan.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
All right.
You too.
Hey, there they are. They're back with us.
Well, Derek's going to have a great day with the draft.
Well, NFL draft starts tonight in about 1.5 hours. I can't wait for that. Go Packers.
Okay, anyways, everybody, speaking of Minot State football.
I didn't say that. But anyways, they do have a scrimmage this weekend. Also, we'll take you out with our song of the week. It's Give Me a Sign
By Breaking Benjamin.
Have a good night.